Most people do the right money moves in the wrong order. They invest while carrying expensive credit card debt. They overpay a cheap loan while missing an employer match. Then the car breaks and everything goes back on the card. Same paycheck, wrong sequence. Think of every dollar as an employee. If you give it 6 jobs at once, it does none of them well. Give it 1 job in the right order and each dollar protects the next one. Job 1 is survival. Cover housing, food, utilities, insurance, transport to work, and the minimum payment on every debt. Minimum payments are not a strategy, but missing one can create fees, damage your credit, and turn a difficult month into an expensive year. Before you chase returns, keep the floor from collapsing. Job 2 is a starter emergency buffer, not 6 months of expenses yet. Start with enough to absorb the kind of surprise that normally sends you back to a credit card, a repair, a deductible, an urgent flight, or a week without income. For one person, that may be $1,000. For another, it may be 1 month of essential expenses. The exact number is personal. The purpose is not growth. It is to stop a small emergency from becoming new, high-interest debt. Job 3 is free money. If your employer matches part of a retirement contribution, contribute enough to capture the full match when your cash flow allows it. A match is part of your compensation. Ignoring it is like leaving part of your paycheck unopened. Check the vesting rules, because some employer contributions only become fully yours after a period of service. Job 4 is the fire. High-interest debt. Keep paying every minimum, then send extra money to the balance with the highest interest rate. Suppose you carry $5,000 on a card charging 24%. That balance costs roughly $100 in interest in the first month alone. An investment would need an extraordinary, uncertain return just to compete with a guaranteed 24% cost. Put out the fire before decorating the house. Now comes Job 5. Build the full emergency fund. The right size depends on how stable your income is, how many people rely on it, and how expensive your likely emergencies are. Keep this money safe and accessible, separate from everyday spending. It is not there to maximize returns, it buys time. Time to find a job without panic. Time to handle a medical bill without selling investments in a bad market. Time to make a decision instead of accepting the first escape route. Job 6 is long-term wealth. Once the floor is stable and expensive debt is gone, automate regular investing in diversified low-cost funds through the tax-advantaged accounts available where you live. Only after that should extra dollars race toward lower interest debt, a home deposit, travel, or other personal goals. Those are choices. The first 5 jobs are the system that makes those choices possible. Here is why the order matters. Imagine you invest $300 a month but have no cash buffer. 6 months later, a $1,200 repair lands. You charge it to a card and spend the next year paying interest. Your investment account grew, but your financial system moved backward. Redirecting the first few months of contributions into a buffer would have looked slower. In reality, it would have protected every month that followed. Do this on your next payday. Write 6 lines, essentials and minimums, starter buffer, employer match, high interest debt, full emergency fund, long-term investing. Find the first unfinished line. Automate your next available dollar there. Do not split it across 6 priorities just to feel productive. Finish the current job, then promote the next one. Wealth is not only about making good decisions, it is about making them in an order that survives real life. If this made you think differently about money, subscribe. One concept every week.